They don't be really wanting to abide by them. They be wanting to, do their own thing. Everybody feel like, this is the millennium age where everybody wants it quick, fast, and in a hurry. They want everything rushed up. They want to speed the process. They don't want to wait for the contract to be over. They just want to, start renegotiating as soon as possible. Yeah, she not that smart, and as you can see by the music, the things she talk about in her music, it's just like that. Like, she talks about driving the boat and all these other slogans she makes up. But simple contracts, like just reading, okay, you're gonna get 40%, I'm gonna get 60%. All right, she said that's not the real problem. The real problem is, how whatever little minuscule things they got going on. The problem is you signed it, you agreed. So like me, I'm a salesman. My job is to sell a product. Now down the road, if you decide that you don't like that product, that's perfectly fine. You can opt out of the contract, pay the cancellation fee, whatever you're going to do, or maybe you don't have a fee, anything like that. But a contract's a contract. You can't, call them up 3 months later and be like, oh man, that guy Tim was a great salesman, man. He sold the shit out of me. I don't want this anymore. Nah, they were like, nah, you signed it, you in it. So it's just as simple as it could be. I mean, but luckily for her, I think she has Rock Nation behind her, so that does give her more of an opportunity to kind of flex her muscle, because Rock Nation is not for nothing. They're not nobody. They are definitely somebody. They definitely get the job done. Shout out to big homie King Hawk, the king of the podcasters, the king of the interviewers, out here doing his stuff. There's on the 860. Definitely, man. Shout out to 860, man. I see we really putting on too, man, with this music scene. I've been seeing nothing but music from the guys Hartford Poe, Drugger, Cartier, Chase, RDP Newton, SK the Rider. I don't see none of these 203 dudes. I'm just saying, maybe I don't got y'all as my friends. Maybe y'all friends don't like to share y'all stuff. But Hartford lit. 860 lit. The whole Windsor, East Hartford, Bloomfield area, we lit. We cooking, baby. We cooking with grease. I see Annoyed doing big things. Like, we are moving. Like, this is a full-fledged movement. I can, like, not for nothing, we even got DJs killing it. Shout out to big homie, big DJ Fresh, doing this stuff. Thizzle had that mansion party. Man, that was one of that gave me an old school vibe, man, like early 2000 vibe being in that party there. But shout out to Fresh, man, putting on for, the city, giving out great content and creating great media. He's there for you guys if you need, photography for videos, or if you need him to, come and do a DJ your show. Shout out to Trap Beats, man, doing everybody music. I mean, I constantly see him posting videos with new artists in his at his studio there, and it just shows, man, we have a sound, we have a following. Whether you like it or not, you can see people sharing Cartier season music because they like it or they hate it. Whether they like it or hate it or not, they all sharing it. So it's all getting in. So in that 860-203 beef, I would like to say that 860 is winning by a landslide. If I'm wrong, 203, tell me I'm wrong. Send me some music. Yeah, you have to send me anything. I think y'all running from us, but that's neither here nor there. But back into some other things, man. I hear so now we have this big coronavirus. Shout out Splash. I see you, Splash, down there in Florida. Be safe down there. Y'all got the Rona too. Y'all definitely got the Rona down there. You gotta be super careful. I wonder though, like, does weather, the climate affect like how you get the coronavirus? Because they say it's like a flu, and more people get like the flu in the wintertime. So is it that it coming into summer, will it be less likely of a chance for you to be able to catch coronavirus? I'm not too sure, but let's talk about the coronavirus, man, because everybody's talking about it. If you're not talking about it, then you know where on earth you've been hiding somewhere. So-called disease started in a marketplace in China somewhere, so they say. I'd like to state for the record that this so-called marketplace just so happens to be like literally down the street from China's CDC. I forget, I mean, it said CDC so many times. But whatever it stands for, their place for, handling diseases is right down the street from the Wuhan Plaza, whatever. So I just thought that was real ironic, like way back when they first said it, when they first, brought it up. Cause just think about that. That's like basically saying, we got Unity Plaza, and let's say thing happened in Unity Plaza, and then you find out that the disease center for America is located in Hartford on Barber Street. You're like, hold up, well, how, you sure it ain't just come from there? That's how I would feel. So it's the same thing. Like, I feel like we kind of been led down the wrong path. We've been blinded. They've been putting the blinders over our eyes, telling you, oh yeah, it's the marketplace, it's people eating rats. Because what that did was kind of create a phobia now against eating Chinese food and being around Chinese people. And really, there's nothing to do with them. It literally could have been just something that got out from their government, who they don't want to fuck with, my ad. Like, you seeing they doctors dying and trying to tell us the truth about it, and they still hiding it. Then look at our own government. I think it was like super retarded, the fact that they said they brought back Americans from a cruise ship, but they brought them back before knowing if they were healthy or they had the virus. They're like, we didn't have time to wait for the test. Fuck you mean you don't have time to wait? Like, I don't understand the logic in that. Like, how is the protocol to wait to find out if you have it or not, but then you decide, yeah, I don't feel like waiting. And now because you didn't feel like waiting, now it's definitely here in America. And like you see it spreading faster and faster. Unfortunately, I feel like this is something that the government is kind of, they want to happen to it, just for the fact of what they're telling us. You got Donald Trump saying, oh yeah, everybody can get a test. You can get a test. He's doing the Oprah thing. You can get a test. You can get a test. But then you hear people like, yeah, we don't got enough tests. And it's like you're like blatantly lying to me in my face. like you're pissing on me and telling me it's raining. That's basically what they're doing to us. But I just want everybody to be safe, man. And just be aware that is the inevitable. It's like it was bound to happen. They always say these things were going to happen, but I feel like how somebody just said, they try to install fear in us. That's what this is for. It's here to create this emotion, to get us riled up. And now you see, it's like it's changing the world. People can't even go to work like they used to go to work. You can't even look at the shows that you used to watch, because or the sporting events. You can't go to sporting events like you used to because they're getting shut down for people being in fear. So it was like, literally, I feel like we're in the first stages of a test of it saying, all right, how can we control these people? Let's give this virus, and now we tell them, hey, you got to stay in these areas. So really, what they're doing it, they're literally like herding us like sheep. They're like, okay, you guys in this area, you stay in this area. You guys don't come out 100 feet. And it's like, I feel like they're like running like a drill on us to see like how far they can push us and see how much we're gonna push back. And then 5, 6, 7 years from now, they'll find like a happy medium where they'll be like, okay, we were able to contain it, or we basically got our results that we wanted. We've been able to manipulate whatever we wanted to manipulate. But I just want everybody to, man, be aware that, man, it's us against them. Not us against them, like I said, you should be against your government, but you understand is the good against evil is always like prevalent. Like, it's always happening. It's always good forces versus evil. Like, people say they don't believe in God and devil and angels and demons. Whether you like it or not, there's so-called things as positive energy and negative energy. There's something on the scale that is positive and something that's negative. Like, so those things exist in this world, and now you are seeing it if you didn't believe it before, that these things are real. There are evil people in the world who will literally lie to you in your face and tell you it's raining when they're pissing on you, unfortunately. No juice by them. No juice by them at all, man. It's a sad situation dealing with the whole coronavirus thing, man, but I want all to be better, man. I just want everybody to be blessed, man. Be safe, man. Wash your hands. Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. What's the other thing they want you to do? Sanitize. Use hand sanitizer. I seen somebody doing a little video where they like kick each other's feet. Like, do that, man. Do what you gotta do. Like, do anything. Like, and I feel like it's gonna pass too. It's gonna be a moment where it probably it's gonna phase off and not be as prevalent as it is now. But it's gonna take a lot of you motherfuckers doing what the fuck they say. Like, washing your hands, being clean, like practicing cleanliness, like not sneezing in people's faces. Like, I've seen some of the rudest people in my life, like just sneeze in front of you, and not ever say excuse me, like not even acknowledge the fact that they're sneezing on you. Like, come on, G, like you blatantly see you sneezing all in my grill. And it's just crazy, man. But I don't want to be depressed all day, man. I don't want to talk about the coronavirus anymore. I don't want to talk about the Roni. I forgot to talk about this, man. You know, also since my long hiatus, Tyson Fury beat up Deontay Wilder. Now, I had Wilder in that fight. A lot of people are saying it was rigged. They're saying that you know, Fury didn't fight fair, that he used, you know, these gloves or whatever that he had to basically his hand wasn't in the glove and he was just throwing punches with bare fists. And if you are ever been in a fight and got hit with a bare fist, you know how it feels. It's not the greatest feeling in the world, but not for nothing, like, imagine if Wilder, who's one of the hardest punchers, was able to hit home with one of his punches like that. Probably wouldn't have been fair either, right? But yeah, I just think we're coming to see once again good versus evil. Like, people will plot against you. Like, the world is against you. Nobody wants you to be the greatest. Nobody wants you to succeed, and everybody wants to see, you know, the next person fall. It's good to see a champ rise, but it's nothing better than seeing a champ get taken down. As you can see, for all the people who like, I didn't even see if there were a lot of Wilder fans, but I know now there are a lot of Wilder haters. They could not wait for this man to be defeated. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, he did talk a lot. He was a big talker. Nobody likes, you know, somebody that talks a lot, even though they like Mayweather. Mayweather's another big talker. But I think with Wilder, they were just tired of hearing him for so long, man. Like, the guy talks and talks so braggadocious, and it was just annoying to them after a while. So, kind of, you know, irked their nerves. And now that he got defeated, the king is dead. They're like, let's celebrate. But it is fucked up, though. I hate to say it, because, man, if that's the way to go, you can't take those losses back. You can't take that L off his record. Like, his unblemished career is over with. So their mission was accomplished if that's what it was to do. So unfortunately for him, it reminds me of the baseball guys, man. The baseball guys who basically didn't get a championship because the whole time the Houston Astros been cheating. Like, how do you find out these people been cheating, but you don't take the title away from them? That's just like when we found out Brady and the whole Deflategate. That's how you know there's money behind these things. Like, logic would tell you to take the titles away from these people, but, you know, other agendas must prevail. And finally, man, let's get on to the meat and potatoes, other agendas. So also right now we have going on the Democratic primaries. So I'm pretty sure everybody's been hearing about what's going on. Everybody's been picking their sides, Biden or Bernie. I don't hear anybody talking about Trump right now. So let's get to it. What are the pros and the cons of everybody? Let's do that. I'd rather be proactive than reactive. Let's talk about pros. Pros of Biden. All right, he was a vice president, so we know he's been there somewhat before. He can relate to older white men, which I don't know why it's such a big thing, but that's like a big thing in electing a president. Can he relate to older white men? He's been kind of conservative. A lot of the laws they say that were passed against black people, Biden helped write. He was behind. You know, the 94 bill, whatever number bill it was, they say he was part of that. So basically, he's been he's been conservative enough as a Democrat so that way Republicans will like him. As I've been told by a few different Democrats, they've been saying that Biden's the most electable because he's the one that Republicans will work with the most. So that's what makes him great, is that he's workable, he's work-withable, whatever. All right, what about Bernie? Bernie, he has a lot of progressive ideas. His his platform is basically the youth. Let's get rid of student debt so these kids can be debt free. Let's give everybody free health care. So the things that he's talking about, and not me being biased, I kind of gravitate to Bernie. He's talking about things that don't involve him. He's not canceling his student debt. Life insurance, he's not going to probably be here too much more longer to even care about life insurance. So, like, he's planning for the future. So I think that's why we see a lot of more younger people catering to his campaign. Another thing I think that's good about Bernie, it seems like he's telling the truth. I don't ever hear him like backtracking. Another thing is the climate. Bernie's real proactive of saying let's do something about improving the climate. Where a lot of people are like, oh, climate change isn't real, global warming isn't real. Now let's talk about the cons. Cons of Biden. He fucks up a lot. He can't talk well. He misspeaks. He confuses his wife with his daughter and sister or something like that. He kisses young girls in the mouth. He does a lot of strange things. He acts like a strange old man. It's funny because he acts like Bernie looks. It's kind of funny like that. Con again would be, like I said, those bills he passed that were detrimental to black people. Cons against Bernie. He's super old. People hate the fact that he's super old. Cons against him, they hate the fact that they think he's a communist. He has all these communist ideas about, that everything should be shared. All the wealth should be spread around. So now let's talk about who do you guys think are better. Like I said, I can't give you just my opinion because that's not what it's about. But I mean, yeah, Biden is a great person. I think if the whole goal is to just get Trump out, like if that's just your goal, if we just want to see somebody beat Trump, then that's what people are going with. As far as with Bernie, I think people that actually want to see a change happen are flocking to Bernie. Like if you actually are tired of dealing with whatever you're dealing with, student loans, healthcare problems, or just anything going on in your neighbor and in society, period, you feel like Bernie is the guy that's going to shake things up and actually make things change. So I think that's why a lot of younger people and progressives are more gravitating to Bernie because they feel like he's actually going to shake some things up. With Biden, you get the feeling that, oh, it's just another guy that's going to be president again. So it don't feel like anything's actually changing with him. I feel like we're going back to the old things we're doing. Now, what's funny is the politics that are being played on everybody right now. So, meanwhile, Democrats are going back and forth about who's going to be the leader of them. The Republicans are quiet. They're like, we don't have to say anything. We'll just let them argue it out for themselves, right? And then meanwhile, the Democrats are literally showing why young people and as well as young black people don't believe in politics because it all is tricks. Like, so you tell us to vote for the candidate that we most believe in and we think, will win or represent our goals and things like that. But then you use different maneuvers and mechanisms to elect who you want to elect. Not the person that you think is the best, but the person that you want us to elect. That's the person that you end up putting in power. So basically, it's this theory that all presidents are related and that they're all kind of like, guided into this presidency seat. Well, that's basically what you're showing us in our face. If all the people are screaming, we want Bernie, we want Bernie. But then all the leaders of the party are saying, no, we're going to support this guy just because, we don't want to support Bernie. So it's like, I keep relating it to the cool kid table. Biden's sitting at the cool kid table with all the athletes and, all the popular kids, all the kids with the nice sneakers, all the kids that dress nice in school. And Bernie's at the table with all the nerds, making science experiments and things like that. And basically as the election went on and the candidates started falling from, the candidacy, instead of being logical and saying, all right, I'm going to go with who I align with, they were all saying, well, let's go sit at the cool kids table because we want to be cool. I don't want to be seen sitting with, the kid at the science table. I don't want to be known for being close to a communist. I don't really want to change. I don't really want to change the world. I just really want to be popular. So that's basically what I'm saying. I feel like that's all they're doing this for. It's like they are literally turning their back on Bernie to, one, dissuade us from voting for him and make it feel like, oh, if you vote for Bernie, your vote's wasted because all our support's behind Biden. It's literally the same thing as the Electoral College. If all the people are saying they want Bernie, but then all our representatives are saying, yeah, fuck what y'all talking about, I support Biden. We like, man, do our voice not count? So this is why you get the people saying, I'm not voting this year, or I'm not voting for him if he gets in there, because we feel like our voice don't matter. Because when I'm telling you what I want, and I tell you I don't eat chicken. I don't eat chicken. I don't eat chicken. And you bring me honey barbecue chicken. And I'm like, all right, cool, G, but I don't eat chicken. You say, all right, cool. You bring me jiggle sauce chicken. I'm like, yo, on some real shit, yo, I don't eat chicken. You're like, all right, I got you. You come back with teriyaki chicken. Like, yo, I feel disrespected now. Now I want to fight. I really got to calm down. I really get my emotions. I really wanted to fight this now. Like, I digress. But yeah, man, it's going to be a weird political season. But one thing I would like to do, I would like to say, since candidates are doing this, I would like to hereby endorse Bernie Sanders. So I don't know what that means, but apparently when people do that, a whole bunch of their followers start following whatever candidate they said. So yeah, all my constituents in my area, I would like y'all to go out and support Bernie Sanders. Not for nothing, we gotta show some type of unity, because that's the only way you gonna get anything. The reason why they're doing this, why all the so-called candidates who dropped out are now endorsing Biden, because they know that y'all voices are not united. Yeah, our voice is not united. They think we're more sporadic. They think we're like a fad. Like, oh, y'all young kids, y'all gonna fall off of that Bernie train soon anyway. But I think if we stayed course and we just stuck to the script and said, you know what? No, we're still gonna continue to go with it. Even though we know he's not gonna win, because he is what we want, we're still gonna do it. Because that's what you gotta do. I posted yesterday that there weren't a lot of people that supported ending slavery. Like, let's just think about it. The first abolitionist, he was the first, and then there was a second one, then there was a third, and there's a fifth, and then they formed a team and became abolitionists, and a group of people became known as the abolitionists. But the majority of the population in America wasn't fucking with the idea that they were talking about. So at some point in time, it takes a group of people to come together and be like, no, fuck this. We go come together and we gonna change it, whether you like it or not. And now is a lot of y'all are bitch made. Y'all not really about that life. Y'all talk about, all right, I want to change, I want to do these things, but y'all not for actually following through with a plan or sticking to the script. Y'all quick to give up. Like, y'all throw your hands up and all is over. I watched a video of a basketball game the other day. That was a football game. Dude about to score a touchdown, he trips and fumbles. The other guy picks up the ball, get ready to run back the other way, and this dude's on the ground with his hand on his head. Like, he could have tackled the guy, but you so busy crying, you missing out on the play, man. So don't miss out on this play. Make sure y'all guys have your ears open, your eyes wide, and y'all paying attention. And let's, as a community, put all our support behind Bernie. Like I said, he may not win the primary, but let's make him win Connecticut. We can do that in April, come April 28th or whatever it is. Make sure you all register as a Democrat now or as an independent, so that way you can participate in the Democratic primaries. And we can at least make sure the Hartford area is in full support of Bernie, rather than, because like I said, at this point it don't matter. If we all went for Biden, he's just going to win anyway. We'll be unnoticed. We'll be just part of the people that just went for Biden. But if we all came together and said, oh no, we actually came together because we wanted to do this, to show you, despite the fact that y'all electing Biden, that we still fully supported Bernie, and we want you to adopt some of his policies if you want our vote. Because if not, none of the things you want will ever get done. No juice by that. All y'all have a blessed day, man. Ever. Make sure y'all go add Time is Money Enterprise on everything. That's on Instagram, that's on Facebook, and that's on the YouTube page. Time is Money Enterprise.